Hi, I'm Dr. Lori Buckley. Welcome to my channel, Stuff of Love. I am so glad that you're here because today I'm going to be talking about some things that you may not know, or maybe you need to be reminded, but there are things that we don't know about sex, or we think we know about sex, that are wrong, that are negatively impacting our sexual pleasure and our sexual experiences. Here's something that I think is the most important thing to know. Sex is actually a skill. It's not instinctual. We think, oh, we just sort of know. It's this instinctual thing that we just do organically, spontaneously, automatically. And that's not really true. I mean, we can do that, but like any skill, we can get better and better and better with information, knowledge, experience, and practice. Sometimes that means going outside of what we normally do, trying different things that maybe we hadn't thought about, or being curious when we're with a partner, either a new partner, or I'm going to say even more importantly, somebody who we've been with for a long time. So when we think about sex as a skill, which it is, that means we can master it, just like any skill. Learning a new language or a musical instrument or any skill, we never reach our full potential. We can learn more about it. We can have different experiences. We can try new things. We can practice. And it doesn't make perfect, but it does make progress. And the more curious we are, the more we learn, the more we explore, have fun, and really just master the skills that we know we have and learn new ones along the way, sex gets better and better and better. And our pleasure actually becomes more enhanced as long as we keep exploring and we keep learning and mastering. If we keep doing the same thing over and over and over because we think we know, that's always a dangerous thing. If you meet someone, they're like, oh yeah, I'm great. I've had so many partners. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to say that's probably a bit of a red flag. It's the person who remains curious, the person who wants to keep learning, who has what we say beginner's brain or learner's mind. Those are the kind of people that you want to be with. Those are the good lovers, and you want to be one of those. Experience better sex and become a better lover. So that's the first thing. So important. Sex is not instinctual. We actually can master the skill and become great lovers and experience better and better and better sex. By the way, self-pleasure is also important in that, because when we know our own bodies and we feel comfortable with our own bodies, we also can enjoy sex much, much more. Now, another thing that is important to know about sex is lubricant. Now, some people think that, oh, if a woman is wet, she's aroused. Or if she's not wet, she's not aroused. None of that is true. We can be very wet and not be aroused, and we can be completely dry, have no natural lubrication at all, and be very aroused. But lubricant makes sex feel better. It just does. And so having a lubricant, a good lubricant, I'm going to say something like Aloe Cadabra or Good Clean Love. Those are great brands. Or also just good old-fashioned organic virgin coconut oil, which I'm a huge fan of. Everybody has it. You can find it in any market. Those are good bets because there are some over-the-counter lubricants that they can cause some problems. Some people have sensitivities to them or adverse reactions. And if you use one of those and you don't have any problems, great, there's no problems. But I do find that a lot of people do have some issues with them. So it's best to kind of go a more natural route, and you just want to make sure that you're using the right thing. If you're using a condom, you don't want to use an oil lubricant because it's going to break it down and then it's no longer doing its job. But lubricant is, I think, a really important piece of having really enjoyable sex. So that is the second thing I want you to know. Now I've got two more. Now the next one is really important because as a sex therapist, when people come to me with sexual concerns or challenges or problems, this is the thing that trips them up. This is the thing that they're doing that causes the most problems or negatively impacts their sexual pleasure the most. And that is focusing on outcome, focusing too much on genitals, for example, whether you're trying to get erect or trying to get your partner aroused or just focused in on the genitals, that's just one part of our anatomy. It's not the only part that is sexually arousing, and it's not the only erogenous zone. You've probably heard that our largest erogenous zone is our brain, but I'm gonna say another really large erogenous zone is our skin. So all of our skin, and when we can heighten all of our sensations and pleasure all over our body, even from kissing, right? So it can be our mouths, it can be our face, it can be our whole body, our feet, our arms, exploring and touching and really being able to experience all of those pleasures, but experience being the key word. It's not just focused on doing or achieving or coming or fucking. It is really about where you go and what you're feeling and experiencing in that moment. So focusing on outcome, genitals, doing, achieving is definitely going to negatively impact or decrease your sexual pleasure. So the opposite of that, just be in the moment. And you hear it all the time, being in the moment. It's such an important thing, but for sex, it's especially important. And the last thing I'm gonna talk about, probably the most important thing of all, and you probably hear me say it in my videos over and over and over again, but this is the thing that many people struggle with, and it is just the easiest way to have better sex, the easiest way to experience more pleasure, and that is communication. It can be nonverbal communication, showing your partner with your hands or your body language or your sounds what turns you on or what you like, but ultimately it is the verbal communication, letting your partner know what you want, asking for what you want. When they're touching you in a way that you are enjoying, you let them know. You express your pleasure, which is always a turn on. It's a turn on for you, it's a turn on for them. They know what to do. And also just letting your partner know things that you're into, things you'd like to try. All of your sexual turn-ons. And if they're doing something that you don't like, to let them know what you would prefer. And it is never, ever, ever okay to be experiencing any pain during sex. Sex should not be painful. If you are experiencing anything that is painful, emotionally or physically, it is really important that you say stop or you say no. But other than that, just let your partner know the things that you enjoy. Talk about sex over dinner or breakfast, times that you're not in bed. That can start to create some anticipation and some desire. Communication. It is the most important thing to have great sex. So these are some ideas, there's more, but these are the ones I wanted to highlight in this video. I hope they're helpful. I hope you are enjoying these videos and getting information that you're using. And I do really want to hear, are you using these things? Are these tips working? What's happening in your sex life? Are you finding these helpful? Are you having challenges? Let me know. Let me know what's working. Ask me questions. Let me know what you'd like me to talk about in future videos. I want to know. And if these are helpful, please do subscribe to the channel. I always appreciate that, and I want you to get as much information as you can. I always do appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos, and I will be back. Thank you again. Bye.